My, what is going on tonight here in the Big Time Show podcast place here? What is going on to all my people that are listening here on Facebook and on YouTube channel and to Periscope? And of course, hello, of course, to my Podbean family who will be joining in tonight at some point. Nobody's there now but me, but I'm quite sure somebody will join in a minute. Hey, what's up, E. Kush? I see you, man. What is going on, E. Kush? What's going on, man? What is going on? It's good to see you tonight, man. Good to see you tonight. Glad to have you here. Welcome, of course, everybody to the Big Time Show. Before we get started, of course, the music that you heard tonight is without a doubt by my friend Alec X Winters. That's how you can find him on Instagram. You can find him with that name there on Instagram. You'll be able to listen to that music that you just heard on tonight. He has plenty of music just like that. Give him a quick look and enjoy the music. I guarantee you will. Some of that stuff you'll be playing over and over again. So welcome, of course, to tonight's show. Won't be with you long. Sorry for my little time change. I had something to do at 7:30. But I couldn't let the night go by without coming to you guys. As you know, I come on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So it's Tuesday night, so it's showtime here at the Big Time Show podcast. Hey, my uncle on here. My uncle is on here. Hey, Uncle Nay on here. That's my uncle, y'all. Hey, my brother, the conscience has showed up. Brother Kevin is in the house. What's going on? I don't know what is going on with my slight screen here. I can see myself changing. I don't know if you can see that, but I can see the comments that are made, but I can barely see the name on there. So I'll just be announcing whoever said what tonight, and y'all forgive me for you guys not being able to see everything. At least I don't think you can, but what's going on? I just got to ask y'all one question tonight. Are y'all tired yet? I mean, I believe it's just a good way to start it off tonight. Are y'all tired yet? I mean, are we, as I always say, it never fails, y'all. It never fails. It never fails. I think I was with you on Saturday, and I told you guys, as I always say, between now, thanks, Unc, I see you. Between now and Tuesday, which is the night, there would be more Dak Prescott news. Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell you? It's the gift that keep on giving. That's the Dak Prescott drama is the gift that keeps on giving. It just never stops. But unfortunately for me, and here's where the great divide in cowboy land is, some of us are even more frustrated than what we were on Saturday. Then you have some Cowboy fans who are extremely ecstatic about the latest news of this Dak Prescott situation. I'm quite sure, because I got everybody on, Cowboy fans. Everybody already knows what done happened, so it is not breaking news. It's not nothing new. What you're going to get now, hey, Glenn on Podbean, I see you. Appreciate you jumping in, man. It's nothing breaking. What you're going to get is everybody going to have the same material. And then from the same material, you're going to get a whole bunch of different angles. But the common denominator is this: Dak Prescott is still not signed. That is, as Stone Cold Steve Austin would say, that is the bottom line. When when we all little podcasters and all people go, the people that go live and people write columns and blogs, and when everybody finished dissecting sentences and paragraphs and interpreting and all that kind of stuff, when everybody get through, here's the bottom line: Dak Prescott still not signed. We have another chapter to it today. Quite sure all of you guys have seen it. I'm quite sure that you guys have seen what I'm getting ready to show you in just a second. Let me get it up for you, and we'll look at it together. We'll look at it together. There it is, as you can see. Okay, let me get Kev's comment out of there so y'all can see it good. There it is. Okay, y'all seen it, okay? I pulled up James Slater because a lot of people are talking about it, but James Slater is well respected. Hey, Fred, I see you, Randy. James Slater is well respected. It's to the point that whatever she says, there's a lot of trust in what she says because she, of course, is on the inside with players and coaches and anonymous sources, as we say. She's in. So if she says it, you kind of can put a little stock into what she's saying. What's up, Gary? I see you, man. This is what she said. This is the latest chapter, and we'll part here tonight because just based off what she put here in this tweet, it's a whole lot in that, and we can just focus in on that tonight. You see what it said. She said tonight, not a ton of new news on Dak Prescott negotiation. Morsels, not nuggets. No, he does not think he deserves Patrick Mahomes' money. But is it wrong to want fair market value? Some encouraging updates, though, in these talks and his rehab. If you want to add something else to it, Dak Prescott, according to the reports, has been seen at Cowboys facility working hard on his rehab. He going there and working in the facility and all that kind of stuff, okay? Let me just start with that real quick, y'all. Let me start with that real quick. Why is Dak going to the facility? I mean, can y'all help me with this? See, this is the part that I don't like about Dak. And I'm here to tell you, I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you don't agree with me or not. I don't care. This is the part that I don't like. See, when he wanted to work out with the guys last year, he didn't work out with the guys at the Star. The Star got about 2 or 3 different football fields, inside, outside. He didn't work with that. What did he do? He told everybody, come on to my house. I got a football field here at the house. Y'all come on, work with me. He was on he didn't sign the franchise tag yet at that particular time. But he told everybody, come on to my house. Let's work out. Now, you gave some indication that you were working with the guys, so the organization knew that you probably wanted to, you wanted to play ball there, obviously. What you going to the facility for? See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. There's plenty of weight machines across the country. It's plenty dumbbells and it's plenty of them somewhere else. He got a big enough house. I'm quite sure he got something in his house that he has weight equipment in it. Don't let these folks know that you want to be there. I don't care about it. Look, I know what y'all gonna say. It's his character, Doug. He's not that kind of guy. He's a company type. Look, I'm tired of that. This is the part I don't like about him. I just don't. Stop giving your hand away. Work out in California. Work somewhere wherever you stay at. Work wherever you work. Don't go to Dallas. Don't go to the Star. Don't let these folks know. They just give them signals. Oh yeah, he want to be. We can try to get this thing done. We look. Oh, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but that's the way I feel about it. I didn't want him going there, but look, I'm not that. Some of y'all will say the reason why he should go. I'm open. This is just what I don't like. Stop going there. Then she says this, and let's go back to it and let's look at it together. Let's look at it together real quick. She says that there's not a lot of new news. Okay, that the conscience is. Kev said his credit, bro. He is rehabbing. He must be supervised. He must be supervised by the medical team. The only argument I would say about that, Kev, is what medical team? Because he ain't signed no contract. He's a free agent, remember? You got to put the franchise tag on him first. As of right now, we just assume that he's a Cowboy. He ain't no Cowboy yet. That deal over with. That's the only thing I say. I understand what you're saying, and I get it. Probably because the doctors or the Cowboy doctors probably did his surgery or they referred or whatever. I give you that, but I'm not giving nothing. If you're not a Cowboy, I ain't. Look, if you're not a Cowboy, I'm not. Until I sign, I'm giving it. I'm not giving you nothing. Okay, that's me. But I understand what you're saying, Kevin. That's why I tell y'all the conscience always bring me back down. So that's a good one. Let's look at what Jane said though. Jane says that it ain't nothing new, y'all. So for everybody trying to, add your 2 cents in, saying he want 40, some say he want 41. Yeah. Thank you, conscious. There you go. See, didn't I just tell y'all? Now, see, this is the kind of guy I am. Thank you, Kev. I just read that. And you know what, Kev? Kev is 100% right. And I'm not even I'm not even gonna come at it. Do y'all see what Kevin just said? This is why I like Kevin. This is why I call him the conscience. Listen to what he said. That's beside the point, bro. Even if they trade him, he still needs to be healthy to make that trade. Kev is absolutely right. So on that note, let's change. See, I'm open to change. I am. I don't know it all. But let's be open to change here. It could be Dak could be playing the game right here. I mean, that's a theory. He could be playing the game. Let me show these other teams that I'm right. Let me show these other teams that I'm right. Just in case I got to go. Just in case I leave. Just in case I'm traded. Just in case I decide not to sign the franchise tag. Let me show everybody else that I'm ready. Thank you, Kev. You're absolutely 100% correct. I will not argue with you. See, I like that. Thank you, Kev. You changed my mind just that quick. You did. I appreciate that. I still don't like going to the starter. I don't care what you say. You hear me, Kev? I still don't want them to go there. Go somewhere else. Look. Sometimes you got to get a little dirty. You understand? Sometimes you got to get a little dirty. You got to play hardball. Randy Atkins said, I would tell him what I want too, but also that I don't care about leaving to get what I'm owed and I'm not bending. That's exactly what I'm saying, Gary. Absolutely 100%. That I'm not even arguing with that. See, two things could be right at the same time in this. Because it is a chess game. It is negotiations. And sometimes you got to have certain postures in negotiations. Sometimes you got to get in the dirt. Sometimes you got to let these folks know you really don't care. Sometimes you got to show these folks you really don't want to be a company guy. Then sometimes you got to act like you're a company guy by coming to the star. But in the process, you really setting yourself up for somewhere else. You could be. It's two things could be right at the same time. I like that. Let's go back to that thing. What Jay said. There's no new news. So for all these analysts and Cowboy analysts is saying Dak this 40, 41 million, 42 million, 43 million, 40. Y'all don't know nothing. Just the bottom line. Everybody has complained about Dak being quiet. I'm one of the chief ones who have said that. But let me say this. The Jones family been mighty quiet too, y'all. Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones ain't been on no 105.3 The Fan talking. They ain't. I mean, where is Jerry? I ain't heard nothing. They ain't said nothing. It ain't been no talk from the Jones. They've been quiet. Just the loudest people in this fight really is only been one person, really, once you add it up. And that's Tad Prescott, Dak Prescott brother. That's it. We ain't heard nothing from Dak. Only thing we seen from Dak is pictures. That's it. That's all we've seen. We've seen them standing without crutches. Hey, Ray Nixon. We seen them standing without crutches. We seen them walk. We seen them going to camps. We've seen them smiling. That's it. That's all we ain't heard Dak talk. Period. We ain't heard nothing. We heard Jerry Jones. Exactly, kid. We love to say Dak not talking, but I'm giving Jerry credit to Dak. I'm giving Jerry. It's obvious they had a meeting because Jerry Jones is not known for keeping his mouth closed. Let's just be honest. But it's obvious that they've had a meeting and they've said, listen, until we get this thing done, we are not saying nothing. We're not doing no radio interviews. We're not going on ESPN. We're not going on Fox. We're not talking to no reporters. We're not doing nothing. And it's obvious because Jerry Jones is not this quiet. He's not. And the reason why is because it's a very tense situation. Now, I said this earlier. Exactly, Gary. It's like men's society. They know they done messed up, don't they? Exactly. They quiet. You don't want to say the wrong thing at all this time because, see, Dak is listening. Dak got the power. Dak ain't got to say nothing if he don't want to. He don't have to say absolutely nothing. He just say, I'm gonna sit out the year. So it behooves them to keep their mouth closed. And that's exactly what they've done. So what we need to do is, I commend Jerry. I do. I commend Jerry tremendously for shutting up. So there's no news to report because nothing really has been leaked other than if you want to count Tad Prescott. Now, if you want to count Tad Prescott as a leak, then we got a little something to work with. But it's really, once you add it up, it's nothing than just a big brother speaking up for his brother. And Tad is arguing almost every day on Twitter. He just arguing with folks, but he's, the arguments really aren't Dak's words. It's just Tad just being Tad, if you want to say that. That's all you're seeing. Let's look at the next line. Let's just walk through this together. Then he says, it's morsels, not nuggets. No, he does not think he deserves Patrick Mahomes' money. Let's just stop right there. Now, if Jane is saying that, okay, let's use common sense. Again, I'm leaning on the reputation of Jan Slater, one who is on the inside of the Dallas Cowboys. Players respect her. The organization respects her. She worked for the Cowboys. So if she's saying, and she ain't just throwing up a theory, she's heard this from somewhere. No, he does not think he deserves Patrick Mahomes' money. Now, I don't know who they heard that from, but you don't get that type of information unless you have talked to the agent or a part of the representation team. Okay? So this dispels the rumor that some Cowboy fans have had that say Dak want to be the highest paid player in the league. I'm going to lean on Jane here on this. I'm going to lean on her. No, he does not think he deserves Patrick Mahomes' money. Nobody ain't going to get that type of money, y'all. Okay? It was a gigantic contract. over a decade long contract, plenty of money up front, and all that kind of stuff. Dak is not saying he deserves $45 million a year. But here's the part some of y'all Cowboy fans are not going to like. It's the next line. And this is where the argument with Cowboy Nation is. But is it wrong to want fair market value? And see, right there, when you say fair market value, this is where the great divide in Cowboy land is right there. Because some people think fair market money or value is based off of where he is in the quarterback ranking. That's what a lot of people think. A lot of people think that fair market value is defined by, is he better than this guy? Is he better than that guy? Is he top 5? Is he top 8? Is he top 10? And some people say, well, I think he's about the 9th best quarterback in the league. So let's look at the list here and see what they're getting paid. Yep, that's where he ought to be. He shouldn't get paid no more than $32 million a year, because that's what the 9th best quarterback make. That's what a lot of people say. That's what a lot of Cowboys fans think. Then we get to the Cowboy fans that say this. What about the eye test? There's a whole bunch of Cowboy fans who love to say the eye test, which goes back to what I said before. A lot of people saying, well, the eye test says that Mahomes is better than Dak. The eye test says Rodgers and Brady and all, whoever else you want to throw up is better than Dak. And they think based off your eye test, what a guy can do, then they'll say, well, that's what ought to determine his market value. That's what a lot of them say. Then you get guys like me and some of my brothers on here that say the bottom line is, no, he don't deserve Patrick Mahomes' money, but he does belong behind Patrick Mahomes. And some of y'all are saying, oh my God, man, what are you talking about, big time? What are you saying? How in the world do you figure that he deserves to be right behind Mahomes and above everybody else? It's simple. Because he's next. That's why. That's why he deserves. That's why he deserves to be right behind Mahomes. Because he's next. N-E-X-T. He's next. Nobody didn't say anything about Jimmy Garoppolo when it was his turn, and if at one point in time, he was the highest paid quarterback in the league. Why did that happen? Because he was next. Nobody said nothing about Carson Wentz when he got his money. And everybody was debating on, wait a minute, Carson Wentz didn't do this, and Carson Wentz shouldn't deserve all that money. But Carson Wentz got it. You know why? He was next. Nobody say nothing about, nobody didn't say anything about Jared Goff when Jared Goff got his money. Nobody didn't say nothing about that. And we all knew Jared Goff wasn't no top 5 quarterback. We knew that. Everybody knows that. But Jared Goff got his money. And he was one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the history of this league at the particular time when he signed. You know why he got that money? Because he was next. Whenever you're next in line, the quarterback usually resets the quarterback market. This is going to be the only time and the exception where this just don't happen, because Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. And that's going to get broken too. It possibly could get broken by Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen. It's going to happen. Wherever we thinking Patrick Mahomes got, it's going to get broken by either Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen. I ain't going to say Baker Mayfield. I'm going to say Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson. They're going to get right up there with Mahomes. Dak Prescott says, look, he don't think he deserve it. At least Dak got Dak saying, look, I ain't been to 2 Super Bowls. I ain't been MVP. I haven't made it. I ain't been to 2 straight Super Bowls. I haven't done it. Mahomes did that. He deserved to be the highest paid. I give Dak credit for that if he's saying that. But he's next, y'all. So it don't make no difference what your eye test says. It makes no difference about your personal quarterback rankings. It don't make no difference what your rankings say. It don't make no difference. He's next. He's next. Nobody didn't say absolutely nothing with all these other quarterbacks. They just said, well, the quarterback resets the new market whenever the next person comes in line. That's what they say. It don't make a difference if he's better or not. Nobody didn't say nothing about Wentz being up there. Nobody. Yeah. Garrett just brings up a tremendous point. This Dak just being Dak, but would it be right since Dak is next? Wouldn't it be right for him to say, hey, I want my home money? Why couldn't he say that? Why couldn't he? Garrett said the discount is him not wanting to reset the market. Dak really doing everybody a favor if this is the case, because Dak got every right to say, hey, I'm next. So we all know how this go down, y'all. Whoever next get the, hey, I'm a franchise quarterback. I'm next. I want what Pat got? What my homeboy Pat got? 45 million? Okay, give me 46. I mean, that could have very well done that. Because that's probably what Lamar or Josh Allen is gonna ask for. I'm telling y'all. Dak is doing everybody a favor. So I don't get why the goalpost change. Well, I do know why, but I ain't gonna even, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it. But the goalposts all of a sudden change when Dak get there. Y'all didn't say nothing about Jimmy G until after he signed the contract. When Jimmy G signed his contract, then y'all said, wait a minute, man. Good Lord, how in the world Jimmy G get this type of money? He ain't that good. But the 49ers knew that he was next. And they had to pay him. I forgot about that name. Thank you, Gary. Nobody, look. I totally forgot about Kirk Cousins. When Kirk Cousins signed with Minnesota, oh my God. He was next. Nobody say nothing about Kirk. Nobody opened up their mouth. You ain't say nothing. It wasn't hard. But in Cowboy land, oh my God. In ESPN land, on Fox, everybody want to move the goalpost now. Says it's Dak Prescott time to be next. And all Dak is doing, when you look at this statement here, Dak ain't doing nothing but following status quo. That's all he's doing. He's doing the same thing that Wentz, Goff, Garoppolo, Cousins. He's doing the same exact footsteps that they did. Their agents knew that they were next. They got them the money that they deserve just because they were next in line. That's all Dak doing. But man, I haven't seen this much TV coverage over one player in his contract. We didn't have this with Kirk Cousins in his contract. We didn't have it. We didn't have this with Garoppolo. We didn't have this kind of coverage every day. Dak Prescott said it's the leading story. If it's not the leading story, it's the second leading story. Every day, Sports Center, Get Up, First Take, Shannon and Skip, Stephen A. and Max. Every day It's the same. It's the same story every day. I ain't see all this with golf. I didn't see this with Cousins. I didn't see this with Garoppolo, Wentz. I didn't see that. Why is it that this all this? And please don't say is part of it is because he's a Dallas Cowboy. I get that, and the Cowboys make news. I get it. I get that. I'm just trying to figure out why everybody keep moving these goalposts. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why the goalposts got to move? Because it's Dak. And all Dak is doing is following the same footsteps of all these other quarterbacks that have been in his position. You can keep going back to the Aaron Rodgers contract, to the Matthew Stafford contract. Matthew Stafford ain't won nothing. Had a reputation of having a rocket arm, can do things with the football that most people can't do. But with all that, Detroit Lions ain't won nothing. They ain't won no division. They barely got to play out 1 or 2 years. Lost in that. Matthew Stafford ain't got nothing. But when Matthew Stafford time came, at that particular time, he was the highest paid quarterback in the NFL when he signed his contract. With them few little wins that he had. Come on, y'all. I don't get the... I don't get it. We keep moving goalposts. We keep finding excuses why this man should not get paid. But the funny thing is this to me now. Here the funny thing is to me, y'all. Let's just say Dak leaves Dallas and goes to another team, and he signs the contract. And they're going to pay him too. Whoever, if it's another team, they're going to pay him. Some of you guys will not say absolutely nothing. Some of you guys will say absolutely nothing. If he signs, let's just say, I'm just throwing the team out. If he signs with Chicago, some of you guys ain't going to say nothing. Which tells me that really the truth of the matter is that you guys, some of you guys, are a real Dak Prescott hater. Because if he signed with Chicago and he got $41 million, you wouldn't say anything other than to say, well, he ain't on our team no more. He ain't on I don't care. He ain't a Cowboy no more. Good. He got his money. Well, if he got his money there, why are you going to give him his money here? And for those that want him to leave, because, man, look, for those that are not Cowboy fans that will be watching this replay, I'm in about at least 15 to 20 Cowboy groups. And the divide is just there. It is there. And it's mind-boggling to me how people think that we're going to be competitive if we don't have that. Some of our folks really thought that Andy Dalton was going to be the Cincinnati Andy Dalton. There were some people that saw one game by Gilbert and thought that he ought to be the next quarterback. One game. Let me tell y'all something. We trade away Dak Prescott, or we let Dak Prescott walk this year, which I seriously doubt it happens. I've already told you guys what my position is, what I think is going to happen. I believe that they're going to franchise him, and then they're going to fill our head up again and say, hey, we're going to get it signed before July. So, look, don't get excited, y'all. Don't get excited, y'all. When y'all hear the franchise tag, that's not the end of the road. They have until July to get the deal done. It's the same thing as last year. Personally speaking, I don't know if it's going to get done. And if it doesn't get done, then obviously this will be his last year in Dallas. I think Dak is not going to let $38 million on the table just leave. He's going to swipe that up, and he's going to be gone off the greener pastures. But let me tell you, for those that want to trade Dak this year, sign and trade, let me tell y'all something. Your expectations for this next season shouldn't be up at all. Okay, don't look. No. And for those that and for those that saying, well, we need to get Russell Wilson. Okay, I'm gonna be on record, and a lot of you guys have vilified Russell Wilson. A lot of you guys have vilified Russell Wilson like he's some slaw. Russell Wilson is the truth. Let's just be honest, and let's not forget Russell Wilson is one of the top quarterbacks in this league, without a doubt. He is a killer. Yes, he is. And he would help our team. Yes, I know. Get your emotions out the way. You put Russell Wilson on this team, we're gonna be all right. Yes, we would. Okay. I don't want him, but we would be all right. You get Russell Wilson, these same weapons, Russell Wilson gonna be just fine. Let's just be honest, okay? Get your emotion out the way. But if you put Russell Wilson on this team, can you imagine the divide in that locker room? Can you imagine? Russell Wilson is a great guy. NFL Man of the Year. Great guy. Franchise type of guy, no question. But can you imagine him walking into that locker room and these guys wanted Dak back? And I mean, the locker room would be tore up. You don't want this. What would you have to give up to get Russell Wilson? Come on now, in a trade. Y'all, come on now. Y'all not thinking. Some of y'all not thinking. You got to give up at least 2 first rounds minimum. You got to give up that 10th pick that everybody loves. You got to give that up. You got to give up a first round for next year. You got to give up some thirds and maybe some fourths. It's going to take a big package to get Russell Wilson. So we're not going to mortgage our franchise just for the fact to get Russell Wilson. We're not that far. The gap isn't that too far between Russell and Dak. It's not. And so that's not going to happen. So who you want to be the quarterback? I mean, if you can talk about let Dak go, don't sign him. Don't put $38 million on the franchise tag. What is the alternate plan then? What is your alternate plan? If you're not talking about having Dak, what you going with as a quarterback? And please don't say, well, we got 3 great receivers. We got 3 great receivers. So who gonna throw him the ball? We had 3 great receivers last year. It was hard getting the ball to him, wasn't it? Huh? You just can't put a quarterback back there just because you got 3 receivers. You got to have a quarterback that can get him the ball. We saw what it looked like without Dak. We saw it. Okay. Thank you, Gary. I've been seeing all your comments that Matt says, I don't think he's worth 2 first round picks, Wilson, and I don't think he is all that either. Well, but here's the thing, though, Matt. It's kind of like what I said before earlier. If Stafford went for all of that, then what the world you think Wilson gonna go for? The Rams paid a serious price to get Matthew Stafford. The price is gonna be even heavier for Russell Wilson. Wilson is better than Stafford. So we had to revisit the golf trade, and you look at that, and then you tell me if that's what Stafford went for, because that's going to be the starting template there for it. What in the world you think Russell Wilson going to go for? Gary says this. The defense will still be terrible, without a doubt. If you hadn't addressed it, it's still the same defense that's going to give up 30 points. Kev says this. I heard this one too, Kev. I heard some other names. They say I heard someone say we should sign Tyrod Taylor. See what I'm saying? It's some folks that really think all you got to do is put that back there. I heard people say go get Cam Newton. I heard that. You just can't put anybody back there, y'all. I'm just saying. I don't care about the reputation of the name. I don't care what they've done. Andy Dalton was a multiple Pro Bowl quarterback. Andy Dalton threw for over 4,000 yards plenty of time. The same guy was back there. He won from a few games, but he struggled. You just can't put anybody back there. So this idea that if you trade Dak away and rebuild the defense, okay, the offense now becomes mediocre. And we're not going to be in a good position really to win a lot of games. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. I don't get what the divide is. So when we start talking about this fair market price, the fair market price is, as I said before, and we got to just tell the truth. When you look at all the negotiations, pull it up for yourself. When all those quarterbacks that I named out, when they got their contract, what were they on the ranking order for highest paid quarterback in the league? What you're going to realize is, at the time when they signed, they were the top quarterback in the league. Not skill-wise, maybe. Not, eye test-wise. But on the salary, it's because they were next. Dak Prescott is next. And whatever the price is at the moment, he gets to set or reset the market. He does. And I don't see what the problem is. I don't. I see the Jones family got a problem with it because they thinking like some of the Cowboy fans. And, it's their franchise and all that kind of stuff, but they hadn't had this situation before. Remember, they just gave the money to Romo. That's because they believed in him, of course, though. Y'all do know that. They believed in him. Okay. I done beat that drum so many times that it just don't even make sense. They believed in Romo. That's why they heard him and gave him his money. They believed in DeMarcus Lawrence. That's why they gave him his money. They believe in Ezekiel Elliott because they believe he's the man. They gave Cooper his money, $20 million a year, because they believe he one of the best receivers in the game. They believe in him. When it comes to Dak, though, y'all know the story. I ain't got to say nothing. Y'all know the story. Gary, I see where you going. I told you I ain't going there. Gary said that it was, the dude Sean. Hey, the dude Sean on Podbean. If you entered in, hello, how you doing? Thank you for joining in. Gary said Romo had the right look for a franchise quarterback. I done told everybody I have my own theories, but I'm giving the Jones family some time to kill my theory. And they got until July. Of course, they can kill it by signing Dak for what Matthew says here that you see on the screen. If they sign Dak to that right there, I will kill my little theory that I got in my head. I'm not going to prematurely jump out there and say what I got in my head, because if they sign them, then it'll be a wasted show. I could talk for an hour and a half on what my theory is, but I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to wait and see. To go to Matt's comment, though, here's the market value. If you want to get technical, let's get technical. Mahomes is at 45. The next under him is Deshaun Watson at 39. That means Dak obviously got to be in the middle somewhere, y'all. I'm just saying. Dak ain't going to the negotiation table saying, hey, give me the same money that Deshaun Watson had. Whoever making 39. Yeah, that's not it. Because then when we start comparing Deshaun and Dak, well, Dak has won a whole lot more than Deshaun. Okay? That's just the truth. Now, y'all eye test gonna say, well, Deshaun is better. Okay, y'all can have the eye test, but unfortunately, When we started doing the negotiation, they want to see what you've done. Deshaun Watson won 4 games last year. 4 games. That's all. As great a year as he had, he only won 4 games. When you say, well, they ain't had nobody, he had big numbers. When you finish all that, the bottom line is he won 4 games. Let the congregation in the house say 4. 4 games. 4. That's all. Dak Prescott got division titles on his record. Dak Prescott had playoff appearances and a win on his record. That's better than Deshaun. I don't care nothing about you. He's a faster athlete, better than that. We don't care nothing about that. You don't get paid $1 million because you faster. He can run with the ball. No, with that don't. Deshaun won a national championship at Clemson. That's college, man. That's college. This is the NFL. He beat Alabama. He had great game. We don't care nothing about Alabama. What? He's a winner. Deshaun is a winner. He should have won the Heisman. Did he win it? He didn't win nothing. He beat Nick Saban. Dak didn't beat Nick Saban. Who cares? Huh? That's all you got. Deshaun Watson. What? Look, Deshaun's been to the Pro Bowl. Dak has too. Deshaun has more flair to his game. Deshaun has more excitement. Man, excitement don't win no. And with all the excitement, with all the flair, he won 4 games. 4. That's what y'all. That's what a lot of Cowboy fans say. That's what a lot of people say. And I'm sitting there like, man, they don't do nothing to no negotiations. He's box office. He puts people in the seat. They're gonna stop coming to the stadium if all you win is 4 games. I mean, look, I don't care who you got. Look, if you ain't winning but 4 games, please understand your box office appeal has diminished. They don't do nothing. So the market again is Mahomes at 45. Deshaun, I think, is next. With 39 or whatever it is. I'm sorry if I don't have quite the numbers here. I think Deshaun's the next highest paid with the contract that he signed. Well, Dak Prescott has a little bit more leverage, saying, okay, Deshaun did this, I did this, and I check a little bit more boxes now than what Deshaun has done. I'm sorry. This is what I brought to the table. So the way I look at it, and some of y'all may not agree, Dak has to fall in the middle between Mahomes and Deshaun Watson, which goes to what you see on the screen now with Matthew Collins, what he just said. And I believe that number, what you're looking at in Matt, is the number that just fits because Dak Prescott is next. He's next. And next is going to be what you're seeing here on this screen. That's what's next. 40, somewhere between 40 and $42 million is what's probably going to have to get it done. Hello, Forsaken Heart and Sander, who appeared on Podbean. Welcome to the show. Y'all ain't talking to me on Podbean. I see y'all joining, but y'all ain't saying that. It's either y'all agree with me or y'all think I'm crazy on Podbean. It's either one or the other. But we got to get out of this Mickey Mouse, knick-knack, paddywhack excuses for not signing Dak. I mean, I don't get it, y'all. I really don't. And the Cowboys are running out of options and excuses of why they will not pay this guy. We're at that point now. And I'm gonna close with this, and you may not agree with me on this. I really do believe, y'all, that we're at the point now where it's starting to get a little personal. As cool as Dak is, and as nice and honorable as he is, I believe that it's starting to get a little personal. Why I say personal is because when you keep disrespecting somebody, that's personal. It ain't got to be. They ain't got to get on TV and say, "Well, we just don't feel like he can lead us to a Super Bowl. We don't think he's good enough." They ain't gonna never say that. They're not gonna never say that. They're not. They never would say that. What they would say if they don't sign Dak, what they would say is, at this particular time, we just don't think that it's financially feasible to sign Dak to the contract because of our salary cap issues. They'll throw all that kind of stuff. That's what they'll say for that. They'll never come out and say we don't believe in them, like I'm saying they don't. They'll never say that. But let me tell y'all saying this. Let me tell you this. If the Cowboys have even picked up the phone and called Seattle, that's disrespect. Okay? If the Cowboys have called anybody, any other organization, and asked them, what is this going to take to possibly sign and trade, that's disrespect. That said, if that goes another team, I will have me a jersey of that team, and that would be my second team. A lot of Cowboy fans feel exactly the same way you do. They'll feel the same way about Dak the way that everybody feels about Dez Bryant. A lot of Cowboy fans were cheering for Dez this year because that's how much love they have. Dak has that type of love also. So I believe you won't be the only one. Gary says, yep, to keep his trade value high. But in Dak's side, I agree to keep his draft. If Dak have even heard that there was a thought, it ain't got to be, can we make it happen? A thought. That's what I'm saying. If it was just a thought of perhaps entertaining the thought of Russell Wilson coming to Dallas, if it has happened, that would be so disrespectful to Dak Prescott. How much more disrespect can the man take? You already disrespect him by taking 2.5 years to figure out if you want to pay your franchise quarterback. That's disrespectful enough, if you ask me. That's one thing. But if you're talking about getting somebody in here who you think is the answer to the problem, supposedly, and bringing him in, you just the thought of it, that's disrespectful. It was already disrespectful that you paid everybody else and you paid him last, or you still haven't paid him last. Paid it just total backwards of the way that you do a franchise. Last time I checked, most franchises pay the quarterback first, and then they figure out the rest because they know the value of a quarterback. You pay you for your quarterback first, then you pay everybody else. This team did the total opposite. They paid everybody else. They paid Ezekiel Elliott. They paid DeMarcus Lawrence. They paid Amari Cooper. They paid Zach Martin again. They paid Lyle Collins. They paid Jalen Smith. They paid the concession stand workers. They paid the parking lot security. They paid the secretaries. They paid the people that carry out the garbage. They paid everybody else in that building. And Dak still ain't got paid. Jerry Jones, security guys got paid. The black guy that walk around Jerry, everybody got paid. Everybody got paid. The elevator man got paid in Dallas. The one that just pushed the button to escort everybody up. Everybody got paid except Dak. Everybody. Y'all come on, help me. Come on, I need my checkers here. Where my check? This is a little fun time now. I'm serious, but it's truth in what I'm saying. Some of y'all laughing at me, but it's just the truth. Everybody got paid before Dak. Hello, SRK133 and Miles saying, I think Coach have switched to pod, man. Hey, Coach, I think that's over there. But listen, everybody got paid before Dak. Matt said, I don't want to think about it, but keep an eye on Oakland, on watching that. Oakland about to say buy the car, I think. Matt, you got to think about it. Yeah, I'm sorry, but you got to think about this stuff. Because the Cowboys look, here's the bottom line again, as I told you. Here's the bottom line. See, we talk in hopes. We're talking in a matter of faith. Okay, that's fine. But when it comes to this stuff, I deal in bottom lines. And the bottom line is Dak Prescott is in the same position that he was in 2 years ago. This is the same steps that we saw last year. Last year, all ESPN was talking, Fox was talking, the ED Sports Center was talking. All of this happened, and then they franchised Dak the same time last year. And then when they franchised him, the Jones family said, we're going to get it done before July. Excuse me, and this is a repeat of what I'm saying. I mean, that's all I'm dealing with the bottom line. He still didn't have a long-term contract in July of last year, and he still don't have a long-term contract today. I'm dealing with bottom lines. And we're at the point now where this year, if he don't have it, we know he gone. And we rebuilding. We're going to rebuild for a while. Hey, what's up, Geechee? I see you. That's where we are. I'm not. Look, all you optimistic Cowboy fans, don't want to talk negative, and y'all say we don't want no negative vibes. We don't want no negative. Look, I'm gonna give you some reality vibes. I don't care about you don't want no negative. It's called the truth. The truth of the matter is he's not signed. It's the same position last year. Geechee, I already talked about that, but since you my brother, I'll go ahead and say what I said earlier. It means something. And let me tell you what I said, Geechee. Y'all forgive me. Let me kiss my brother up, Geechee. Geechee, I say I didn't want him working out at stuff. Me. I don't want him to give them any type of sign that he really wants to be there. In my opinion, negotiations is negotiations. Last year, he brought all them players to his house to play football and practice because he built the field at his house. He could have did the same thing at the start, but he did it at his house. Okay. You ain't got to lift weights there. I say that you ain't got to lift no weights there and show everything and all that kind of stuff at the start. He probably got stuff in his house. Bring everybody to your house. Don't let the Cowboys know you want to be there. But it was Kevin who said, well, it was probably the doctors that performed the surgery there, and they want to see, keep up his progress right there at the start. My argument was that, look, he ain't signed no contract. Dak Prescott ain't. They got to offer the franchise tag. Okay, he's not a cowboy until he signed the tag. Kevin smacked me in the face and said, "Well, maybe he's doing that because just in case there's a trade, the other teams need to know where he is at the present time with his progression." That shut me down right there, because that could be playing a little chess there. Like, if y'all don't want me, I'll let this information go out to whoever need to know. And if they want to trade for me, at least they know it's going to be legit because I'm going to be ready. I got shut down there. So, yeah, exactly. That's all I was saying. I'm still saying I didn't work him out there at the start, Geechee. I don't like him giving. See, he's so nice. You know what I'm saying? He's so nice and so, he just that's why he a good franchise quarterback. Okay, because he's gonna do the right thing. He gonna say the right thing, and y'all know me by now if y'all been watching me. Sometimes you got to go ahead and turn into a little dog. You know what I'm saying? You can't be no chihuahua all the time. I need to see some pit bull come out of you. Okay, some stuff require chihuahua style. But then there are some situations that require pit bull. This is one of them. Kevin says he playing chess, not checkers. Like I said, Geechee, I call Kevin the conscience. He there it is again. He playing chess, not checkers. He shut me down because actually Kevin is 100% right. It's called knocking two birds with one stone. If they're really entertaining a trade or whatever, or sign a trade, which I doubt very, very seriously. But just in case they were, the other team need to know, okay, we're in month 4 of his rehab. Where is he? Is he ahead of schedule? I'm just throwing a team out. Chicago Bears need to know, okay, where is he? Okay. Before we trade for him, we want to know, is he going to be available for week 1? That's what another team will want to know, because they ain't signing him to be off for 4-5 weeks. No, that's what's going. Well, see, Geechee, I got to catch you up again. Geechee, for those on Podbean, Geechee says Dak ain't saying nothing he doesn't need to, though, because he got all the leverage. Exactly right. But we brought up another point on this, Geechee. Geechee, the Jones family hadn't said nothing either, though. Remember that. Geechee, when is the last time you done heard Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones be this quiet? They ain't been on 105.3 The Fan. They haven't done no reporters ain't been in their face. I don't even know where they at. Is Jerry on the yacht? Is he where is he? Jerry ain't been this quiet because they know they can't mess nothing up by putting anything out there. And as loose lip as Jerry Jones is, y'all heard what he said about the chicken. I ain't gonna even say what he said. Y'all heard what he said. For y'all Cowboy fans, y'all know. Jerry gonna have a problem with letting his lips be a little loose sometimes. He don't want to mess this up. The Jones family been quiet. This is not like the Jones family. That's what I said, Geechee. You right. Dak had the leverage, but the Jones family been quiet too. My coach said, speak truth. He's gone if he franchise. Oh, ain't no doubt about it. No doubt, Coach. Coach said that he's going to be gone if he franchise again. My opinion is this, Geechee. I deal in bottom lines on my show. I don't play the what if games and all the theory, and I let the optimistic Cowboy fans have their optimism. I'm not going to try to kill it. I'm not going to try to kill their optimism. I'm not going to try to kill their faith. Somebody got to be an optimistic Cowboy fan. But then you got some guys like me and my brothers on here. Kevin definitely one of them. We're called realistic Cowboy fans. We deal in the bottom line. We don't deal in we deal in today. This ain't church. We don't have this. We ain't speaking speaking those things to be though is not they were. We ain't saying that when it comes to Cowboy. The Jones family, it showed us quite differently. So we deal with bottom line. Here's the bottom line, Geechee. Here's the bottom line, and you one of them too, because that your statement right there just sums it up. Keenan is a realist too. Here's the bottom line, y'all. He ain't signed. That's all I want to know. I mean, I fell for the Kool-Aid. I fell for the Kool-Aid and the okey doke when all this happened a couple years ago. Oh, he's a franchise quarterback. He's great. He's what you can build a team around. He's a great leader. He's a great this. He's a great that. We love him. We love him. Still one sign. Come back the next year. He's great. He's awesome. I tell you, the locker room loves him. Dak can win us a lot of games. He's a born warrior. He can do this. He can do that. Still not saying. I ain't saying nothing but a repeat of the last 2 years. That's all. That they're gonna have to show me. When they show me, I will be the first one on here. I will get on here and publicly apologize to the Jones family. I will do it. I will say I was wrong. I will say that, look, I was wrong, that the theory that I had in my head, I killed the racist component that I have in my head about this situation. I will kill all that if they sign him long term. If they franchise him and then week 1, he's on the franchise tag, my whole look, in July, everybody don't get messed up when y'all hear that he gonna get franchised again. They gonna fill your head up saying we'll have the deal done before July. When July happens, and if Dak Prescott is not signed after July, I'm gonna do the show that I got in my head right now that I ain't gonna even say. If Gary Atkinson is on here, he already is on it. We're gonna have to talk about the elephant in the room. I'm just not saying it now because the Jones got a little time to get it right. But we're gonna talk about the elephant in the room if Dak Prescott is not signed by July. Oh, ain't no doubt about that. I got to do it. Because I think that has to be talked about, especially after they paid Romo. In other words, bottom line, thank you, Kanan. I see you. I'm sorry I missed your comment. Kanan says this: 25 years of mediocrity, they need to show us otherwise. Time to stop talking. That's just the bottom line, y'all. It's time to stop talking. See, Gary's still on it. See, Geechee, look at what Gary said. So you already know the vibe that he's talking about. You see what I'm saying? See, that's the show right there. I'm sorry, Power Bean. My brother Gary has said Dak don't look like Aikman or Staubach. So y'all read in between the lines on it. Y'all know what he's saying. That's the show that I don't want to do. But please understand, I'm ready to do it. I'm just saying. Kev said Kev's on the same boat. Geechee, you see what's going on? This is the part that nobody don't want to talk about. Okay? This is the part that nobody will admit to. They never will. But we all know. That's why, but the Jones family has until July. G said, yeah. Exactly. That's what we think. Yeah, we need to pay him. But the way I look at it, Geechee, we done had 2 or 3 years to get it done. We ain't got it done. And there's got to be a reason why. There's got to be a reason why. Well, Geechee, that's the thing. If you've been a part of my show for the last 4 weeks, for those on Podbean, I'm sorry, I'm reading comments for Podbean. My brother Geechee says, because we have no other option unless we blowing this team up. In other words, what Geechee is saying is if we don't sign, we have no alternative plan to to keep this team has paid people like we want to win now. Okay, this team has paid people like they want to win. But if you're not signing Dak Prescott, that tells me you really don't want to win. Okay, so that tells me you can't have a mixed theory to this. It's either you all in and trying to win, or you rebuilding. You can't have it both ways. And that's what Geechee was saying. We'll know by July. Even if Dak signs the franchise tag, and if Dak don't get the long-term contract, that will let me know that we better do it all this year here. Okay? We better do it all this year, because when Dak leaves, it's over. We rebuilding. You better get it done this year. Geechee flowing over here. Let me see, Geechee. Who in this fan page trusted Jones find a quarterback? Well, I can speak for myself. They found one, and it looked like they want to let him go. Romo was luck. Dak was fate. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, Geechee. I'm just saying. I'm at the point, and like a lot of my brothers here, and you too, the bottom line is I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of watching ESPN. I'm tired of watching Stephen A. Look, Stephen A. need to be Dak's lawyer. I mean, Stephen A. going to work for Dak. I mean, for real. No, he a Cowboy hater. Shannon Sharp, funny as he is, he's saying y'all need to pay him. Everybody's saying we need to pay him, and for some reason, the message hadn't clicked. And for those of my Cowboy fans, as I said before, if you one of the ones that don't want to pay him, that's your prerogative, and I'm not coming against your theory. My only question is, what is your plan? I mean, what? I mean, what? If you don't want Dak, what is your plan? A journeyman quarterback. Okay, I guess that's what you're going. I guess that's what I don't get it. I don't get it. We're not gonna win without Dak. And some of y'all gonna be saying, or some of y'all gonna be saying, well, we weren't winning with Dak. Okay. But it's not Dak's fault that he was scoring 30 points and the defense was giving up 35. I mean, when you score 30 points, you usually win a football game. I mean, you really do. That's the way it go. Yeah. I see what y'all saying. Y'all saying that Keenan said we stumbled upon Romo and Dak. I guess what y'all saying, they don't have an I-4 quarterback. Jimmy Johnson picked Aikman. It wasn't Jerry Jones. So we can't even give that up. Everything else been kind of journeyman kind of people. Romo was a different type of guy, undrafted. Was Romo undrafted? Studied very hard, became what he was, and Romo may not get in, but Romo is a candidate next year for the Hall of Fame. I mean, it's not a matter if he goes in or not. Not too many players get to that level where they're considered for the Hall of Fame. So you can't argue and talking about Romo wasn't this and wasn't that. Look, when you get consideration for the Hall of Fame, you were good. There's just no question about that. Dak Prescott, on the other hand, a lot of people, you got to look at the history. I don't understand what the Jones family looking at, okay? I just don't. I ain't saying Dak the best quarterback in the league, but from where he started, y'all, I mean, come on now. Everybody keep forgetting. Then in actuality, Dak was the third quarterback when he was a rookie. If you remember, Romo was the number one quarterback. Kellen Moore was the number two quarterback. And remember, Romo tore his back up again, and then Kellen Moore broke his leg. And Dak had to start right there as a rookie from game one all the way up. And every single year, he keep getting better. To the point where he was at the point when he first started, he was way at the bottom as a quarterback. If you wanted, he was winning because he had people that surrounding him. That rookie year was just great. Defense, had a good offense, had a great offensive line. He was, he still was the offensive rookie of the year. But every single year, Dak has taken the next step to consistently great, consistently good, however way you want to categorize. For what Dak Prescott is now, from where he started, is like a night and day difference. I don't care what y'all say. And I'm still not saying he's the best quarterback in the league. But please understand, he ain't no top 18 quarterback like he was back then. Dak is getting better every single year. And last year, my goodness, he was on a pace last year that every record in the world was just about to be broken. I'm just saying. So I don't know what a franchise quarterback is, according to the Jones family. I don't know. I don't know what they think. But I tell you what, another man's trash is another man's treasure. And I promise you, if that go out to another team, I promise you, it won't be long for somebody to sign his name to the contract. It'll be one day, or Dak will have options. Dak will have options, and he'll sit there and choose which way he want to go. But please understand, he's gonna have options with the money that he wants to get paid because he's been that good. Everybody else ain't thinking like this. Exactly, Geechee. He can make every throw on the field. He can. He couldn't do that when he first started off. Remember, as I said before, and y'all keep in mind, if you've been hanging with me, I was one of the ones that said Dak was not good. I said Dak was just a game manager and just couldn't make mistakes. I said that if Dak is down, 14 points in the fourth quarter, it's ball game. We lost because he can't pull us back because he leans on Ezekiel Elliott too much. That narrative changed slowly but surely every year. Now to the point where I'm almost there to say, you almost want Ezekiel Elliott running than to put the ball in Dak's hand now. Dak can take over a game. He can. He wasn't like that at first. That is the growth. That is the growth where he is now. And I just don't, I don't see what it is. I played quarterback and been in on Dak since week 8 in Pittsburgh in 16. You get better every year. That's the game when they came and whooped him. Exactly. Kidner helped Dak a lot, and he's improved even after that. Gary says he drops that deep ball in there and puts the ball ahead of the receiver now. He wasn't doing that at first. That's just called growth. He got better at the position. He did. Y'all remember how Dak, it seemed like Dak always missed Gallup when he first started. Goddamn, he couldn't throw the deep ball well. Gallup just about catch every deep ball now because it's right there for him. What did that tell you? It tell you he got work ethic. It tell you he works on his game. I don't understand it. But I tell you what, we getting down to crunch time. It wasn't like it was last year. The Cowboys knew that they could franchise him 2 years in a row. They knew that. And they were willing to do that. Okay? They were willing to do that. They knew that. They knew they could franchise him last year, and if push comes to shove, They would do it again. They know they weren't gonna do it for the third time though. That's where they are. That's where they are. And they will do it again. But this long-term thing, I think the Cowboys are allergic to that in that area. So I don't know what the definition is of a franchise quarterback. I don't know what they're looking for. Everybody else see it. It's just by now, people, to be honest with you, everybody, my brother, Boss Cowboy, will probably be doing the show probably tomorrow. All of us have tried to figure out different ways to say it, but essentially, we're all saying the same thing. We just got different ways of saying it, and more statistics and stats and dissection of what things say. But we're really all saying the same thing: is that this man deserved to be paid, and we just don't figure out what's going on. My brother Gary, G. Geechee, Kevin, E. Cush, who was on here earlier. All of us have been saying the same thing for the last year and a half. And we just can't figure out what the pattern is. We just don't understand it. We understand it, but we just don't see how stupid that some of this stuff is how some of this stuff is going. And when we all finish talking, we all have the same bottom line. He's not paid. He ain't paid. That's all. At the end of the day, Geechee, you said something that I said earlier. I said that earlier. I said when everybody else got paid, they got paid. Geechee, y'all don't mind if I do just a small recap for my brother. Geechee, check this out. You'll see this. You probably already seen it. That line there that you seen with James Slater said, no, he does not think he deserves Patrick Mahomes' money, but is it wrong to want fair market value? That fair market value thing is what it is. So what I said was this, Geechee, that Mahomes is just, of course, where he is. That's 45. And then right after him is Deshaun Watson. That's 39. Deshaun Watson won 4 ball games last year. That's it. He had a great year, but he won 4 games. That's it. He ain't won nothing. Deshaun Watson ain't done nothing in this league. He ain't done nothing. He ain't won nothing. He ain't been no MVP. Been to a Pro Bowl, yeah. I mean, been Pro Bowls, okay. He ain't won no division. Ain't won nothing. So Dak, on the other hand, come to the table and say, okay, well, I done this. And I got a little bit more than Deshaun. And my record is better than Deshaun. And so the way I figured is Dak fair market value is in between Mahomes and Deshaun. So Deshaun is 39, Mahomes is 45, then Dak should be getting somewhere between $40 and $42 million. That's the fair market value. He shouldn't get paid under Deshaun Watson. Deshaun ain't done enough. He ain't got no credentials. Charles Barkley was a great player. Hall of Fame basketball player. One of the greatest power forwards to ever do it. Ever. Dominant. But when you start talking playoff wins, championship, as great as he was, he didn't win absolutely nothing. He got Phoenix to the finals one year. Still didn't win nothing. Ran to the Jordan. Look, you can be great, but if you ain't got nothing on, you ain't got no commas by your name. Like Dak Prescott, let's just go Tom Brady. Let's go to the ultimate. Tom Brady, comma. 3-4-time MVP of the league, comma. 7-time Super Bowl champion, comma. 20-time Pro Bowler, comma. Whatever. 8-9-time first team All Pro, comma. So you gotta have commas by your name to get the money. Deshaun Watson ain't got Deshaun Watson commas, got pencil marks on them. Here go Deshaun Watson, comma. Deshaun Watson, comma. High draft pick, comma. I beat Alabama, comma. I was a first team All-American, comma. I played at Clemson, comma. And your commas don't mean nothing in the NFL because you ain't done nothing. Dak Prescott, offensive rookie of the year, comma. 2-3-time Pro Bowler, comma. 2-time division champion, comma. Come on now. That sounds better than Deshaun to me. I don't care because you beat Nick Saban. I don't care. I don't care because you beat North Carolina in your conference in the ACC. I don't care nothing about that. What you done in the league? Last time I checked, Deshaun Watson, they say Deshaun Watson had one of the greatest years in history for a quarterback, and he only won 4 games. I'm done, y'all. Bottom line, pay Dak, man. Pay him. Pay him. Ain't nothing else to talk about. I see y'all Saturday. I'll see you guys Saturday, 3 o'clock. And I guarantee you again, guess what? Between now and Saturday at 3 o'clock, we will have more Dak Prescott news because something's going to happen. But as I leave you, as I always do, I got my phone out. I got all these notifications that tell me when stuff go on. I'm looking to see what I see. Well, Dak Prescott still not signed. And that, my friends, is the bottom line. I'll see y'all guys Saturday, 3 o'clock. Dak still not signed. I'll holler.